Hello, I am Travis. I will be telling you a bit about my experience writing a Nativecall module, which is still a work in progress. Basically, what I've been looking for is a cross-platform GUI library for Perl 6. I've checked a few different things. I saw GTK Simple. At the time I attempted to use it, the Windows DLLs were not set up properly, and I was unable to load it in Windows, so I scratched that off my list. I've been looking mostly for a lightweight sort of library. So Electron is a little heavy for what I was looking for. So one of the things I thought about was, since I saw this in the documentation of Nativecall, was maybe I could write some Nativecall and wrap up a bunch of functions inside of the native toolkits on different platforms. But eventually I decided that was a little bit too much work, and I was hoping to find something that did that in C, which I did. So it's a library called Libui. It's still heavy alpha right now, but it is coming along pretty nicely. So when I wrote my Libui Binding, I used GP-Trixie, which is amazing. You should totally use it if you're writing a Nativecall module. It automates just about all of the annoying boilerplate for you. So then I went through and I modified it. I got it compiling, and so I ran it for the first time. Segfault. So when you're looking at this sort of a thing, you have to make sure that all of the structs that you're using, all the pointers, are instantiated on the Perl 6 side, which creates the memory for you, so that the C library can actually find it and use it. So here's my pretty Mac picture. So my implementation, as I've said, this is a C library. It's an imperative style, as you would expect. So I wrote my raw binding using that same style, and then I created an object-oriented wrapper around it. I have a list of widgets here. There are 23 different widgets that I have currently implemented, some of which are incomplete on the C library side. So all of the available methods are usable, but you cannot get data out of these ones that have the little I next to them. So as I said, the limitations, you cannot directly modify the attributes inside of these because they are generated on the C side, which was something that was a little bit frustrating at the onset. Thankfully, the library provides methods to actually modify all of these needed values. As I've said, the widgets, some of them are not implemented, some of them are undergoing heavy reworking, and a lot of those I have not implemented. Windows itself has a few issues with redraw performance, where you get, it blinks white whenever it has to redraw because the redraw isn't fast enough. That's also on the C side, and that's being worked on. And of course, since this is in heavy alpha, it's a moving target, which is making it a little harder to implement. So that's what I've been working on so far, and I'm looking for work.